Here we got here.
Final game underway here, Glenn. Game 6 of 6. Here we go. Burnie taking on Hobart. Boucher and Simpson in the tip, and now Downey with it. And off to Johnson here.
So have Hobart played already today?
Just bring your...
Sorry.
Yep.
Has Hobart played today?
They have. They've been on the other courts, Glenn, so...
How did they go, do we know?
Not sure. Haven't been able to find out, unfortunately, so...
Because they're obviously, reshaping the club, the squad, because there's, Corey and Dwayne Davey.
Yes.
And then there's...
Here's Jack Howlett for two.
Which is great to see. There's six youngsters here, so...
Yes.
A couple of very talented sort of players as well, in Callum Boucher and Will Ferguson, who are, probably two that could slot up to NBL 1 level.
Yes, French goes for three.
And then we've got... Who else have we got over there? We've got... Charlie Lennon over there.
He's just come off that bronze medal winning team as well too.
And we've got Davey, and then we've got Geordie.
Yep.
So they've got a good little squad here. That's, I don't think that win, lose or draw, it's not about that for Hobart. It's about, and they're definitely capable of winning any games, but it's about, this next generation of young people as they're pushing the back. Oh, I hope he hasn't hurt his ankle.
Got clipped on the way there.
A bit of a tweak in his ankle as well. So I think he's okay, but...
Looks okay. So
yeah.
Play will continue. It's Ferguson.
So it's it'd be good. Tournaments like this is really good for the development of clubs.
So Boucher for three. Can't get that to go. Howlett just nearly lost it, but Ferguson there regained it, and ball went out of court, and we'll come back to Burnie.
And Jack Howlett had played some, what I saw in the local comp last year, did some good things in Div 1. So
he did.
Look at him he's filling out, and obviously got a good background, family background in the game. So look out for him to really plan his place in the Hobart Phoenix Div 1 side in the next year or two.
Absolutely.
But he's going to do. He's going to learn from, playing alongside Corey and Dwayne in a tournament such as this, as Will Ferguson gets a great basket.
Yeah. Nice drive there by Will Ferguson. Hobart up by 4 here, 4-0.
And Burnie, they had a great game against the Tassie side.
They did.
And, that was a big foul from Corey Davey, as, when Corey Davey fouls, he fouls. So
yes.
And so that's a big foul there, as Brad Simpson goes to the line for two. And the Tassie team, that's the first time that they had played together at all.
Yeah.
So I was talking to...
yes, you were talking to one of the parents there, Glenn?
Yeah, and young Mitch James, and he said that's the first time, and I said that was really good, the way that you sort of held your composure together, and he said, I don't think anyone really expected us to win a game, and which was... but it was good that they did, and
yes.
They got to experience that 2-point last play.
As Howlett gets the two.
That last play win, so that'll just help them guys out. So, but anyway, Burnie will be looking to make it 2 from 2, I'm sure, in this game here. That's
yes.
Furphy, he's back playing again.
Yep. They've got a few of these boys are backing up, Glenn, so it's been good to see. As Downey tries to go for 3, can't get that one to go. Now Boucher bringing it up.
They look so young. It looks young, being senior basketball. You used to. It's a next generation coming through as well, but.
Davey's still at it, and unfortunately, backcourt there's... Boucher wasn't able to reel that one in. So French with it. Now Chilcott. Look at Simpson down low. Closely guarded by Davey. Yeah, Simpson with that turnaround J.
And he had a pretty good day. He played pretty well in that first game, so he didn't over-dominate the game. I think Chilcott dominated that first game. And that's a great pass from Corey Davey over to Jack Howlett. So.
Up the floor here. So Downey. Oh, sorry, no, that's Johnson, by the way. Couldn't get that to go. Now Ferguson goes up. Good hands by Downey. Ball went out of play. So
looked like he sort of grabbed his arm then, but that's what it looked like from here.
Yeah, it looked like it, but more hand on ball than anything, Glenn. So he's Boucher for 3. Just off. Chilcott with the rebound.
Catch and shoot. No.
Nice fake. And a quick foul there by Davey. Final game of the day here, of course. And fair to say, not many, well, a few people here in attendance, Glenn, which is good to see.
Not sure if there's a game in the other court.
Yeah.
Isn't.
I'll say. Now during the early evening here. There's ball down low to Boucher and strong inside. Drew the foul on French. He'll go to the line for 2.
And that's where French just needs that little bit of help. He's on.
Yeah.
Callum Boucher's posted him up. Who's about 6'6".
Yes.
And Eli French is about 5'6". And he just needs some help. So he did all he could do. Probably the only thing he could have done earlier was maybe fouled him earlier before he'd shot the ball. But he just needs that help to come across. But, the first foul shot missed, so in Burnie's eyes it was a good foul. Both foul shots missed. So it worked out all right for him at the end of the day.
So they play 3 halfway through this first quarter here. Final game of the day here on Show Court.
Ooh.
Nice spin move by Johnson, who gets the 2. That was some sort of move too, Glenn.
That was very quick. I suppose 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that would have been a travel. But
yes.
This day and age, it's just...
As we say, we let
smart play.
It is.
It was just... and it's good to watch as well, that sort of...
So Chilcott for 3. Yes. And timeout called by Hobart.
It's 8-10 now.
Yeah, 8 plays 10. I'm trying to work out who's the actual head coach here of Hobart Phoenix. If it's Adrian Gusti or Corey Davey.
Right.
I think it might be Gusti or is it Corey?
I think it's Corey Davey. And then
it is Corey because Corey's
Gusti
talking
does
is the bench coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does rotating the subs and whatnot. Of course, Pui is suited up. But I think he only comes on when the margins are at a, well, he may come in though. I shouldn't.
I suppose he's just there.
This.
Like he'll run. He'll want the young blokes to come on before him.
Yeah,
anyway.
absolutely.
He's just there
yes,
for another body and someone that can,
Oh, absolutely. And that's what you need on these teams. It's good with Hobart here. You've got Corey Davey, you've got Dwayne Davey, and then you've got Pui there, the main 3 veterans of this team. And the most experience out of the whole lot. And then, of course, you've got all the young guns there in Boucher, Ferguson, Walker, Lennon, and young Will Davey as well too. So, yes, good to see there's a mixture of youth in this Hobart Phoenix side.
And I just think if you've got Corey Davey can nullify Simpson and, someone can slow down Chilcott, it's going to be a battle of the youth, really.
Yeah, it is.
And, it'd be good to see Callum Boucher go inside and really, work. That's a great matchup between Callum Boucher and Joe Chilcott. Obviously, Callum Boucher's got a huge amount of potential. Well, I think he's got a huge amount of potential. And, you get him the ball at the right time and get him confident and get his confidence up. He's hard to stop. So it's just going to be, that's going to be a ripper of a battle as he's just lost the ball.
Yep.
As I pump someone up, that always happens.
Yes. You're doing well, Glenn. You've got a
with
good.
JB as well. It happens with you,
Yeah.
all of us.
It's a good strike rate we have, I reckon, Glenn. It's
Especially foul shots.
Yes. So we haven't done too many of them today, thankfully.
No, I'm not doing foul shots today.
No. No. Of course, JB's in with us tomorrow, Glenn. So as foul will be on Davey.
Now, what happens there in America? That would not be a foul.
Dwayne Davey making sure Joe Chilcott's okay.
Now, Joe Chilcott's going to think he's going to have foul shots here, or not?
No,
he doesn't know
he's
where
he's just walking it. I think he's just walking it off, Glenn.
I think so.
So foul did occur on the floor.
Yeah, it's NBA. That wouldn't have been a call now. It's going to be interesting to watch the NBA this year.
It will be.
With Harden and Curry and so many others that create fouls because of their good offense. But I also get with Harden how he just put, it's not good to watch sometimes. Curry's a bit different, but Harden puts the ball out in front of him. As soon as they put their arm up, he chucks it up. But anyway, as
Shot
Will
goes
Smith.
Up. No, Will Ferguson.
Will Ferguson.
I was going to say Will Smith.
Will Ferguson, that's a great layup there. So it's good to see Will improving, and getting his confidence up. He can shoot outside, but it's really good. It's really good to see him drive.
As Johnson gets the two.
And that's a great finish there from Keenan Johnson. So he's a nuggety little player, and he's had a good day as well.
So Ferguson now to Davey. In turn to Corey Davey. Short on that one. He goes out of play. Jordan Walker coming in.
Replacing Corey Davey, and we've got Jacob Furphy replacing, is it Keenan?
Yep.
Keenan Johnson?
Yes, because he's had a... He's sitting
He started off the game really well, so...
And Simpson down low, gets the two to go.
See, that's a tough call. I thought that, to be honest, the foul was there well before that. And then, but I suppose the referee didn't want to disadvantage the offensive player by calling it too early. Then by the time he called it, he'd stopped fouling him. Does that make sense?
Yes. And
I don't want to be
Brad
harsh
Simpson
on the referee at all, because there was a clear foul, but all I was trying to say is the foul happened, and then I think it was just the strong play of Brad Simpson really that he just wanted to make sure he finished it off. But
now Walker for three, and just didn't get the kindness of the backboard there. So the rim's now playing its tail. Of course, some of these players will be used to these rims. We do play on the show court in the under-22 competition as well. As Brad Simpson off glass gets the two to go.
It's good to see a few people today getting the ball off glass. You don't see it that often down at Kingston off glass.
So Davey puts it to the floor now. Here's Walker. Walker needs to kick this one out. Davey in turn. Ferguson for three. In and out on that one. Howler with the O board. Has to kick it out. Walker tries his luck once again. And then Ferguson with the board, and then Brad Simpson from behind fouls.
Good to see Ferguson get in for the boards now. I know he's been on the weights the last year or two.
Yes, he has.
He actually, surprisingly, I can see that he's built up quite a lot. But, he can shoot. He can, I think, he really has improved an offensive threat. As Callum Boucher, I said, he's another one that's got all the potential in the world.
Certainly has. As French puts it up, can't get that to go, and then Davey with it as we come back down the floor here.
And the good thing with Boucher is he can play inside and out at his height. You just...
As Walker loses the handle and goes back to Burnie.
Why is that? I don't know what happened with that call there.
Nick Draper gives the explanation to Adrian Gusti.
I don't think he's seen the foul. Didn't see any contact because he was in between the player and the defensive player and then it appeared from where he was that.
As Chilcott goes for three.
Lost it,
and Burnie take the lead, 18-15 here. So Boucher, just on near a minute remaining in this first quarter here. Now ball out to Davey. Now Ferguson putting it to the floor, and then pocket pass to Davey was a bit too much. Now French with it. Here's Furphy. Out to French, and then the other Frenches. We have 3 Frenches on the floor as well too here. There's the ball down low to Furphy. Furphy on Walker. That's a mismatch. Triple teamed arrived. Now Chilcott puts it to the floor. Nice pass in the Furphy. Well weighted offense there by Burnie.
It was a beautiful pass inside. So
as Walker tiptoes up sideline there. Now Davey. He's Ferguson for 3. Just long on the shot.
And Ferguson's got to make sure he follows his shot. There's no use sort of standing back and looking at it like you shoot it.
And Chilcott knocks down the 2.
And Chilcott's back to his deadly self.
Yes.
Isn't he? So I think he's 3 from 3 at the moment. And
then nice hands there by French. Ball gets knocked out. So Walker to restart. Boucher. Then good hands by French. And would that be an unsportsmanlike foul? It will be.
Clearly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And French will go to the line for 2.
And it was obviously because there was no one else in front. So
correct.
I think Callum's saying he didn't mean to intentionally grab him, but that's just the rule that is. So.
Yeah, it's the interpretation now. It really is, and how it's and then the criteria under that. It might seem harsh, but it's really the correct call.
For the way it's been ref today, it was just a standard.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to be.
Yes,
and I'm sure Callum.
French puts up the quarter time. There we go. There it is. Quarter time here, 23-15. Burnie leaded by 8, Glenn.
Yeah, that's a hard thing too. Like once you make the sub, Corey Davey needs to have minutes off because he's not getting any younger.
No.
But when he come off, I think there was quite a big turnaround. I think Hobart Phoenix might have been up when Corey went off, and now they're down 23 to 15. So, but just hope that Callum Boucher can move forward past that call, because it was, as I said, there was no intent from him. No. It's just the rule these days. As much as he likes it, doesn't like it, I like it, I don't like it, but it is what it is, and that's the way the refs have to officiate it. So that was fine, but we just want to see, you want to see a positive Callum Boucher on court doing what he, hitting threes and taking inside and doing what we know he can do best. And really, that'll keep Hobart Phoenix in the game, because they're up against a pretty good Burnie squad. Although they've got some young players, they've got quite some experienced players as well who are. They've still got 2 current. I presume Brad Simpson, is he still playing NBL? Did he play NBL 1 this year?
I don't think he did.
He might not have.
I'm pretty sure he didn't, from memory. So, but
the last year or 2, I'm not sure. I don't think there's any others within the squad that, I don't know if Eli French may have been in the squad, or someone like
he'd be on the cusp of it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, but it's a young squad and it's a good squad, and it's just hopefully Phoenix can get this, narrow this gap a little bit, and it'd just be good to see how Will Ferguson, and I really want to see Callum Boucher have a big game, and for his confidence, but just it'd be good to see, because I think it'd be pretty hard for some of these young blokes in the opposition team to stop him. And with Joe Chilcott on Corey Davey, I think it'd be good to go Callum Boucher as much as they can while Brad Simpson's off.
So play underway here in the second quarter here. Burnie leaded by 8, 23-15, as Walker heavily pressured there by French. Now Davey back into the lineup as Boucher goes for 3. He's short on that. Davey with the board and puts it up. Can't get it to go on the second. Howlett got rejected by Chilcott, and then able to retrieve out. Walker now, Howlett, Boucher down to Davey. Ball getting through sets of hands and a quick foul on the play as Corey Davey throws one behind his head.
I didn't even hear the whistle then.
No, I heard it. So Howlett to restart. Now Boucher with it.
Good screen from Corey Davey. Just enough to
Yep. And
let
then
Boucher get through the middle. So smart play there from Davey. And Boucher, as I said, we expect a big offensive output from him in this game. Good defence there, got to run it. Yeah, good defensive pressure there on Chilcott, who turned it over. Will
Ferguson can't get that two to go. Good work by Furphy. Now Furphy off and running. Furphy with Davey to beat over Davey. Can't get that to go. Wasn't afraid to put it up as well too there. Over a very strong unit in Corey Davey. Yeah, good work by Furphy, and then French able to pick that one off, and then jump ball being
there
called.
From Callum Boucher, but it's Burnie ball, so.
Substitutions being made. It looks like Downey and Johnson are coming back in, and the two French boys are going to have a rest.
Furphy playing point.
Yeah. He did a little bit of that at Nationals as well too. It's Chilcott.
Yeah.
And Will
Ferguson
Ferguson
nearly wore an elbow then, accidental.
Yes.
But that was a good play. Like, it was obviously a design play. So for Chilcott to come off a screen, and he just had Will Ferguson in a position where he was going to come underneath him. And Chilcott used his experience and got the foul and hit his first foul shot, took the lead out to 7, and he's just about to make the next one. So they're out to an 8-point lead, 25-17, with 8.5 to go.
So Walker, now here's Davey. Davey getting trapped, but then able to get out of there pretty easily. So Boucher, one-on-one with French here.
Good screen by Corey Davey there.
Now, ball with Walker for 3. Can't get that to go.
Those 2 shots he's had have just gone rolled around the ring, so hopefully the next one for Walker will be just go straight through the middle.
As Downey knocks down the 3.
And that's a big one too, isn't it? Like, you know, so.
And foul on the play.
There's Burnie up by 11 now, but Walker, yeah, a couple of unlucky 3-pointers, and then that last one unlucky, and then Burnie come down and hit nothing but net. So yeah, you just got to hope that the Hobart Phoenix can get a bit of luck going their way as well.
So Walker.
Big mismatch here.
Yeah, Boucher now step back 2 is just in and out. Good rebound by Howlett.
Great
and
rebound.
Gets the 2. So Downey bring it down the floor here, marching back to 9, 28-19.
Howlett's done pretty well so far.
He has. He's been solid at the moment. Yeah. That's for sure. Now Johnson putting on some moves. And now Simpson for 3. Just can't get that to go.
By Boucher. And Simpson, once you hesitate that 3-pointer, it's really hard to make it. You better shoot it first time or not at all.
So Ferguson kicks
nice
it out.
play.
Walker puts it to the floor. Step back 2 is
better.
good for Jordan Walker.
That's better. So Walker made the come across from a different club last year.
Yes, from
down in Hobart.
Kingborough.
Yeah, and you know the Hobart Phoenix club have put a lot of faith in him, and it's good to see him hit those shots and reward the club for believing in him.
And Downey with the miraculous play gets it to go. He'll go to line for 1.
Nice finish, and there's not much more the defence could have done in that instance. Like, there was contact, fair call, but there's a lot of pressure. But what a great finish that was.
Dwayne Davey coming in. Jordan Walker will have a breather.
And Walker's just got to stay positive. He hit his last shot. Missed a couple before that, but hit his last shot. Gets a bit down on himself pretty quickly as well. So, but he'll bounce back.
So Boucher, now Davey.
Get the ball.
So Davey into Ferguson, but well read by Burnie, able to pick it off. French down to Simpson, but Davey able to pick that one off. Now, ball with Dwayne Davey.
Just got to get the ball on the Callum Boucher, throw it over the back.
That's it.
And then bang, foul
Yep,
points.
and-
Good pass from Ferguson.
And one.
That's what they should be doing as much as they can. And like, you know, again, like, you know, it's good to, you know, when you see these young guys, and same as these Burnie guys, you can tell they've played together for a long time.
Yeah.
They just click, don't they? But you can see the sort of the partnership between Ferguson and Callum Boucher. They obviously spend a lot of time. I believe they're pretty good mates off court, but yeah, they play together and they know each other's game. So
Simpson for
Simpson,
three.
that's a lot better shot from Simpson there. Like, you know, he was set. First option, took it, nothing but net. So he's had a great day so far. Played
Yes.
solid defence, offence, and has been a really good teammate to his younger Burnie
And Davey
Tigers
with the
mates.
2 and the old headbutt there of the ball.
Ooh, Dwayne Davey nearly got a steal
He
there.
nearly did. Downey for 3. Just
Good.
flat. Boucher with the rebound.
Good boxing out there by Dwayne Davey. As Boucher's going to go hard here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boucher goes up,
beautiful play.
draws the foul. He'll
There
go to the line for
one.
1.
Great finish from Boucher there. So tough defence, tough foul, good finish, and it was just, you know, it brings the game back into 6 points. And
Yes.
if he makes this, it's 5. So
And can't.
I shouldn't have.
And Payne oh, with the rebound. Yes, I think you did what I think you did there, Glenn.
Kinda.
Simpson
I
now
didn't
French.
say he's going to make it, but I was expecting him to make it. So
French looking to get this out of the corner. Goes opposite side to Johnson for 3. Can't get that to go.
good boxing out again by Phoenix. Like, you know, Dwayne Davey uses his body well.
So
Good screen by
Boucher
Davey.
and knocks down the 3.
And it's just those little plays there, like Boucher's got the hot hand, but like, you know, Corey Davey just set a screen just wide enough to get Boucher open. You know, Boucher's confident with his shot, and you know, he can shoot it from anywhere. He's got a beautiful technique, and like, you know, he's back to 3 points, although 2 points there to, who was it, Downey?
Yep.
Yep. So he's played a good game as well.
So marching back out to 5 here. 4.5 to play. 35-30. Howlett now Ferguson. Ferguson fights his way through. Now is that a trap ball or jump ball? Jump ball. Both players had hold of the ball on the move at the same time. So jump ball. Shot clock stays at 9 because Hobart had possession. Timeout called by Hobart with 4:24 remaining.
Will Smith. I'll call him Will Smith now.
Will Smith.
Will Smith Ferguson.
Yes, thank you.
He thinks he's a movie star. But
But
he wanted a foul then, and
Yeah.
but the ball was just held by the other player. So at the end of the day, whether he got a foul or not, there wasn't much in it. He got the ball back due to a jump ball. 35-30, so yeah, it could have been a blowout. Like, you know, Burnie were early on were up by about 10 or 11, so it's good that Hobart Phoenix have made the adjustments and come back, and you know, they're gonna hopefully they'll be able to stick with Burnie as long as they don't run out of legs. And the legs I'm talking about are obviously Corey Davey and Dwayne Davey, because especially Corey, he needs to be on court for as much of the game as he can to be able to crash the boards and slow Brad Simpson down. Burnie, you know, there's no real dominant player out there at this stage. They all seem to be chipping in, which is always good to see. And you know, with Hobart, I think Callum Boucher's probably the one that at this stage is, you know, really leading the way offensively. Although each and every player for Hobart, like they're boxing out, same as Burnie as well. They're doing all the basics right. It just comes down to whether your shots drop.
Yes, it can sometimes be the name of the game, that is for sure. As players restarted here, Boucher now with it.
And that's a good defensive change there, where you've got Chilcott now on Callum Boucher.
And shot
Only
clock
at the 9
violation.
seconds. Yeah. So they weren't aware of the 9 seconds.
No, so good heads-up play by Burnie, recognising that. So Downey with the ball carrying duties. Here's French.
And you
Yeah,
see
Chilcott,
both of these teams with experience. There's a lot of screen set. Like it's
Yes.
That's a good play there. But
And Chilcott nearly got his own board.
there's a lot of screen. So the veterans of the teams, they're not worried about whether they score or not. But they set good screens. Even there, it's just even the youngsters are setting screens. We didn't see so many screens set in some of the other games. It was more just get it and shoot it. And although some of the young Tassie boys in that last game set some good screens, but
Nearly the 2 there for Johnson. He couldn't get it to go. Now Boucher quickly up the floor here. Flies through a couple. Chilcott able to meet him there. And then tough physical D there from Chilcott as Ferguson goes up and gets the 2 to go.
Great finish there by Ferguson. But I think, this next year or so is going to tell on how far Will Ferguson goes in his career. He's definitely improved. He's shooting. He's doing everything in the gym he possibly can.
As Brad Simpson draws the foul on Corey Davey.
I'm not sure what the coach of Burnie's asking down that end. Well, something must have happened down the other end. He's just asked if referee Draper could just watch it next play. So good the way they're interacting and the communicating. Definitely the way the Burnie coach asked is it allows the referee to look at it next time.
Yes.
Rather than scream and get cranky. So
Boucher hit. Now Howlett. Good work by Johnson. Now here's Chilcott here. So Chilcott into Downey, who gets the 2 to go. Good work by Burnie.
That's a great play. Downey's a good little finisher, isn't he?
He is.
He's done pretty well today. I'm not sure how old he is, but he plays with a big heart and plays a lot taller than what he is.
I think he's 19.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure, yep. As Boucher goes for 3. Here's French. So French slowing this one down. Now Downey, Chilcott for 3. Just couldn't get that to go. Davey with the rebound. As we come back down the floor here, just near on 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter.
Helping out. They've got to set a few screens.
Here's Davey. Who tried to go to his brother and Corey, but couldn't. Yeah, but
it's going to put him in trouble here because it's going to be, fast break,
yeah.
Chilcott.
Chilcott for 3. Yes.
Yeah.
He showed Chilcott from our headsets here, Glenn. He's barking out those instructions as Ferguson goes for 3. Just long on that one.
I think they're just trying to put Burnie are trying to put as much pressure or make sure that there's a hand on Callum Boucher. So he knew the scream was coming. He just wanted his teammate to switch. And
Yes, Chilcott can't get that one to go. Rebound by Howlett. Now Boucher with it as Boucher works his way to the rim. Tough fade away.
Shot, beautiful shot. And you just don't want that gap to. It's 8 points now. Phoenix don't want to get it out any further than.
Yeah, is that a goaltend? No, referees
That'll be a goaltend.
didn't see it that way. I think Boucher was able to get it at the Peakham tight. So Davey. Now Davey working his way through. Here's Howlett. Shot clock at 2. Davey needs to get it up and does. Missed everything. Play continues. French. He lost his footing there, just the way he backtracked. Now Johnson puts it to the floor. Nice layup by Johnson.
Talented young kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not tall, but they play. They play tough. It's like it's typical of. I don't know. You play against these. Sorry.
Another turnover and Johnson for back-to-back layups.
And And that's about it, I think. Oh,
Ferguson, no.
No chance on that one.
So half-time sees 46 playing 34. Let's see if they go 5. Yes, we might take a break, Glenn, and we'll come back with the second half after this. I didn't get that on. Now saying I've got it on record.
Welcome back to the Devil's Den.
Second half, just about to get underway. As Glenn just goes throwback Saturday here.
This is the old Devil's Den of a Friday night with wooden floorboards.
Yes.
Back in my day, back in the old Devil's day, 1985, 84, or 84, 85, 86, 87, and 88, the Devils played down here on a cement floor.
Yes, it was.
And there was more lines on the floor than what there is now. And if you can see how many lines are on the floor now, this is nothing compared to what there was back when you had Carfino and Stanley, Paul Stanley, playing for the Tassie Devils. And
correct.
Back in the good old days. But yeah, it's pretty exciting to have the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers entering the NBL this year.
Yes.
Although their home base at the moment is here where they train and do their stuff.
Yes, well, they got their offices. I know the coaches are based up here. They got some offices here, and they usually train out on the upper show court, Glen. So
it's pretty exciting times for Tasmanian basketball. And I did, as we said earlier in one of the games, we had Will Magnay, who's
and foul on the play here. That was
Will Ferguson goes to the line for 3.
Yes, fouls on Downey. But yes, no, Will Magnay was in.
Yeah,
he's
so
still recovering from injury.
And that's just good to see. I don't know if he was here for a warm-up or stretch or, whatever he was.
He did do a workout this morning while the referee's clink was happening on the other court.
It's just good to see him hang around and just to see the faces of the Jack Jumpers at even when they had the Southern Basketball League Grand Finals.
Yes.
Half the team was there, and I know there's a couple of local boys that were filling in and training with the Tassie Jack Jumpers whilst the squad was getting here, and they went and supported those guys in the grand final. So that was great to see. Scott Roth, the coach, presented medallions and trophies to the MVPs and the teams. So it's really good the way that the Tassie Jack Jumpers are getting behind the community, not just Hobart, but they're doing clinics all around the state, and they've got open training sessions in Ulverston and Launceston and Burnie and Devonport, wherever they are. I think they were at Huonville yesterday. So
yes, they were, Glenn.
It's exciting times on. I was talking to my mate, Simon Mitchell, who coaches South East Melbourne. He said, you couldn't wait to get the Jack Jumpers. Yeah, I said, it's just going to be such a good thing to have NBL back and give the young blokes that opportunity to see that they can actually don't have to leave their own state if they do well enough to probably get a game one day in the NBL again.
Absolutely, and of course the Jack Jumpers are off on a long week camp up in the northwest coast as well too. Later on next week as well too, Glenn.
Yeah, so it's hope he's okay.
Yeah,
he's okay.
Simpson's okay. Furphy over Davey, yes.
There's obviously
and a technical foul is Corey Davey. Probably had a few words to say.
What happened there?
I think Corey I'm not sure if Corey had made his point or they let the talking go a little bit too far.
Oh, and obviously there was slipped and a bloke was sitting on the ground for 5 seconds in the key. That's the issue that Corey Davey had, I think, which wasn't Brad Simpson's fault because he fell over.
So unless Corey dropped a couple of explosives.
Oh, he obviously swore. I don't doubt that.
Well, we haven't got the refs marked up, so thankfully we weren't going into that.
That's the first tech I think we've seen for the day.
Yes, so it is. We've seen a couple of unsportsmanlikes.
Yeah, but unsportsmanlike these days.
Yes, as we talked about earlier.
I don't think we've seen one that's where someone's tried to hurt somebody.
No, it's more on those kind of,
It's been played in great spirit the whole day.
Yeah, it certainly has.
It's just pathway calls.
Yeah, clear path. So, yes. The 6 games, we've done well to get to this point.
And the referees have let things run pretty smoothly today, so...
As French knocks down to 2.
The refs have done a good job. They're all up the top there supporting each other again. So there's a referee's box up in the middle.
Yes, there is, Glenn. On the
score bench, and, it's just... It's just, 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 it's just Yeah, so it's been a pretty successful day.
As Ferguson works his way
Nice
through.
finish there
Tough
from
finish
Ferguson.
by Will Ferguson.
Yeah, so the refs have just sort of not been, you know, it hasn't been an issue at all, which is good to see.
So Simpson, now French.
Good play, and
Back to Simpson for 3.
And
Yes.
that's a play that's what Simpson, when he shoots first off, that's a momentum shot as well, but like that wasn't going to miss from where we were sitting anyway.
And now Howlett on the reverse. Can't get that to go. And then Downey plays that one through over Davey. Yes.
And that's a great floater. He's certainly got that one down pat. He's quite an explosive little offensive player. Not real tall, but you know, he just took it as the biggest Hobart Phoenix player, or you know, Corey Davey there, who's probably what 6'3", 6'4", I suppose.
And yep, now play will stop.
Oh, the 24
and the iPad, and I think the iPad is gone again, and it's the same lady that was on the iPad earlier in the day.
Hasn't happened since.
Oh no! Now we do feel for her, we really do, because it's more the technology side of things here rather than the actual. It's not a human error, that is for sure. So Corey Davey having a bereaver. It looks like Charlie Lennon is on. Good to see Charlie getting some minutes here. So we just have a quick break in play. Burnie, have a bit of a huddle talk. So 6:28 remaining here in this third quarter. Burnie up by 18 at the moment, 56-38.
It started to blow out a bit,
Yes.
but you know, in this instance as well, it might be a good opportunity for Phoenix to run the players. Are you going to do? Have you been working out?
Well, the camera's on there, not you. Oh, jeez.
He's just staring straight at
Oh dear. He doesn't know when the camera. He's got to know when the camera's on him, because you just never know when we're going to turn those cameras on. Meanwhile, French from downtown.
Will Ferguson did look over at us then. Flex his muscles.
Come on. 21 the margin here.
Nice shot there from French, who's played he played this is his second good game as well. So
yes,
you know, you can't really fault the way that all Burnie players have played.
And Boucher will get that one to go. It counts. He'll go to the line for one. This is assist on Furphy. And Callum Boucher will go back to the stripe for one here.
Nice finish there from Boucher.
Just nice use of the glass as well too, Glenn, and
bit of luck,
so rolled in nicely. And knocks it down, so 3-point play there for Callum Boucher. Margin back to 18. There's French. Now Simpson, look at his option. Good cut by Joe Chilcott.
A good little screen. It was from French at the top of the key, on the elbow of the key there, just to allow Chilcott's man to be off him for a sec, and Chilcott finished again as he's done pretty much all weekend.
Boucher from deep, couldn't get that to go. Now Chilcott up the floor quickly to French. Back to Furphy here, and nice work there by the Burnie Tigers.
Nice work. I thought Furphy might have used his right hand there, but he went for the percentage play, which was his left, and got a nice tough bucket in. It's out to 22 points now.
Yes.
So.
Ball went out of play, so Burnie to get it back here. Now French with it.
You're right. One of the spectators over here is
yes.
is just about to fall over.
Meanwhile, Simpson.
The stadium seats haven't got any softer.
No, I was going to say. Chilcott puts it up, can't get that to go. Ferguson with the rebound. Ferguson off and running, has let in support, doesn't need him. He goes solo, and a good option.
Great drive there from Will Ferguson.
And Simpson slows this one down, gives it off to Furphy. Now back to Simpson here. Ball getting moved around, some sets of hands as French works his way through, looking for that kick out. Oh, nice pass in the Furphy. Just great patience there by French, and then good cut by Furphy.
Yeah, it was, and they've got good offense. It's good screens, and they're looking inside. They're not just looking for their outside shots. Well, neither team really is, but that's just good smart play there from French. Oh,
and a carry. Substitution. Will Davies going to come in?
Is there such a call as carry these days, or just travel?
No, it's still there.
It is?
It is
well,
still
no,
there.
It went for a while.
It did.
But you still knew. You'd say carry, but although you'd call your travel, but you'd still say, yep, you carried it.
Carry, yep.
But it's good to see some of the old traditional stuff
Yes.
back.
And now an offensive foul. It's going to be assessed on Cho Chilcott.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
That was pretty rough.
It's a tough one. I thought Chilcott was still enough.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
We'll move on from that one. Margin 22 points, 65-43. Davey. Now we've got two Davies out on the floor, young Will Davey and Dwayne Davey. Haven't seen both the father-son combination out on the floor just yet as Lennon. Now Boucher for three. And flat on that one. Davey with the tap back into Lennon. Lennon working his way through. Drew the foul. And we'll go to the line for two.
It's a good aggressive play. That's the first sort of offensive play that young Charlie Lennon's been involved in, so it's good to see him go to the line for two shots, and this will build his confidence if he can.
Absolutely. He
hit his foul shots, which he did. So it's
yes.
probably his first point in Div 1 basketball, I'd say.
Possibly.
I don't think he played last year. He would have been.
No, he didn't.
I don't think he did.
So no.
Well done to Charlie Lennon on.
And knocks
first
down
2
both.
points, and that'll just do his confidence great.
Yeah, it certainly
As
will.
Burnie still maintain this 20-point lead. Nice.
Yeah, good,
nice.
good drive and the foul. That's going to be on Ferguson.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bit of contact there. There's enough there on that drive, and referee Reuben Wilcock in the right position there to make that call. Yep, and saying something with the hand there, more the hand and the push. And Will Ferguson will now come off for Jordan Walker.
It's a nice little drive there from French too. He's got some quick moves. So, some of these Burnie guys, they really, I suppose they play against, that age where they're playing at 15, 16 years of age against the imports that play in NWBU.
Yep.
So they're doing that week in, week out.
They are.
And it really shows. You can tell they've got experience, and obviously a few of them have been to nationals as well. So
the ball with Boucher here. Boucher putting it to the floor and throws it down with some authority as well too. Callum Boucher with the two-hand land champ.
Very
Thank
nice,
you, ma'am.
and he did it. He made it look very easy, but he's got some serious hops, hasn't he?
He certainly has. As Johnson now kicks it out to French. In turn to the other French, and now into Johnson. Beautiful play.
That teamwork's just great. Oh, I think he's.
Oh, I think he's just limping there a little bit.
I don't know if it's cramp or no.
And yeah, Joe Chilcott sacrifices the foul so they can get Johnson to come off. Oh, let's hope he's okay. Yeah, he's clutching at his knee there, I think. Or was it the upper thigh there?
I don't know if it's cramp. He's sort of laughing, but.
Well, let's hope he's okay. We'll stretch that one out.
Must be cramp because he's sort of got a half a smile on his face, like it didn't appear to hurt himself as such, if that makes sense.
So Dwayne Davey at the line here.
And there's no, you don't want to. You don't want any injuries.
No, you don't.
Up by 21 points. It's better just to sit. It's cramp.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's a
substitution. Corey Davey coming in for Dwayne Davey.
2 from 2, but not the prettiest 3-throw shot I've ever seen him in life. 3-throw style, but efficient.
Now, this will be a first in quite some time, Glenn. We have a father-son combination out on the floor with Corey and Will Davey on the floor together.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
that would, and it's good to see when father and son, I know they probably played in social comps and stuff like that, but to play alongside your son, and you look at Dwayne Davey has been stepped out of Jack Howlett. That's,
Yes.
Sort of, that's a similar, in the Davies' eyes and Jack Howlett's eyes, like
Absolutely.
that, they're able to play alongside each other.
As Jordan Walker knocks down the three.
But yeah, for Corey Davey and for Will, it's obviously a special moment that they're sharing the court together.
So ball to Johnson here. Ooh, nice spin move over Davey. Can't get it to go.
Did everything but knock it out.
That was actually Will French, by the way. My apologies as Callum Boucher gets the two. Just got my numbers muddled there. Johnson's on the bench, actually, and that was Will French that went to the basket on that particular play. So the ball with Chilcott, now French. Now back to the other French here. He goes up and gets it to go. He'll draw a foul on Will Davey and he'll go to the line for one.
Nice play. Nice way to use his body just to draw that contact. And a great finish, obviously. So 17 points, 1 minute 14 left of the quarter.
Yes. And just short on that one.
Very short.
So Walker, now Davey. Now Boucher with it. So Lennon puts it to the floor, goes up and gets the layup to go.
Good drive.
Nice pass into French for three. Just short on that. Simpson with the tip. Davey couldn't get it. Davey got the rebound. So Boucher putting it to the floor here. Nice spin move. And then the shot is good for Callum Boucher.
It's a great individual play. So Boucher's come to play today and he's done all he can to try and get Phoenix over the line, but Burnie has just been Burnie have just been really consistent as a team as there's a foul.
Now we'll send Callum Boucher to the line for two. Margin at, we'll make it 12 now. He can bring this back to 11 if he can knock this one down, which might just set us up for not a bad last quarter coming up. This is still within an arm's length here for Hobart Phoenix.
So interesting whether they can get a stop here. I'm sure Burnie will have a play that they probably ran numerous times.
So Simpson, turnaround Jay. Nearly got the roll, and then, French didn't realise the time, and then Downey put up the shot way too late. So margin will stay at 11 here at three-quarter time. Burnie 71, Hobart 60, and that ends the third quarter.
And I think Boucher just didn't realise what was happening then. Like he got up, and then I think he was up in the air ready to get the rebound. It must have bounced on the ring a second or third time, and young French probably could have thrown it over his head if he'd known half a second.
Could have put up a party trick for us.
But 11 points, it's good to see Hobart Phoenix. It was 20 points not long ago, wasn't it? So
True.
21 points, I think it was.
Yeah, about that, yep.
So it's good that, Phoenix have made, do the best they can to make a game of this and keep it interesting, and still some fans here.
Yes,
watching.
Probably there's a couple of people there. Yes, hello,
about
Courtney.
3 people down there.
Yes,
and about 20 people on the other side there. So there's probably about 40 people.
And this is the only game now. All the other games on court 1 and 2 are done, and this is our last game here of the day. And of course, we've been here since the.
And everyone will be out for tea. So other teams would be it's been quite a good crowds for the games we've done today. But I don't think people want to hang around.
No, I was going to say
we're at 8 o'clock at night.
We're just on 5 past 8 at the moment here, and yes,
final quarter, we've got
Yep.
Hobart Phoenix ball.
Yeah, so it's really important here for Hobart Phoenix to get a good start here. Just to,
And I think, like, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4 players, Corey Davey on as well. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's good that they're given, as I say, it's good that all clubs today pretty much are giving their youth as much opportunity as they can.
Yes.
Obviously, I was probably a bit harsh on one team, but yeah, that was just how that went, and probably because of the way one of the players was playing, but he was playing really well. But anyway, it's good to see that the experience, as I say, the experience from games against teams from different parts of the state.
Brad Simpson knocks down the 3.
Is just going to make the youngsters that are just getting Div 1 experience for the first time. It's just going to make them better players in the future. So you look at another 5 years' time, and you probably see that a lot of these players sort of dominating that are probably getting their first minutes today.
Nice play there by Callum Boucher, who got a great bounce pass there by Corey Davey on the backdoor play.
Callum Boucher's, he's had a good game.
It's
his
a 3-point
teammates have
play.
looked after him, and look for him, I should say. And he's definitely held his own and played a big part in keeping Hobart Phoenix as close as possible to the Burnie Tigers team.
French, nice fake, and he couldn't get the 2 to go. Davey comes over the top of everyone there to get the rebound. So the ball with Boucher. Boucher looking at his options here. Hand off into Davey for 3. Can't get his first points.
He's got to get back in there. He's going to be
and Downey quickly got the Jets going and got the 2 to go.
He's a good little finisher, isn't he?
Mm.
I just wonder if he plays football as well.
I believe it. Yes, he does, actually, Glenn. Yes.
You just tell he's just got that. Just be a quick, in the middle there, rover or whatever they call him,
and nice play there, Walker to Davey.
Stocky little man, stocky little fella he is, but he can really explode. And obviously, he can play a game of basketball, but I reckon he can play footy as well.
So French kicks it out to...
That's not a bad shot.
French there for the 3.
That looked good from here.
It did. That's
probably
good.
the first shot I've seen him take. I don't think he took a shot in the first game.
No,
he hasn't taken too many, so he's just one of those.
Good pressure
play,
there by
good
French.
play. And good work from Callum Boucher to not lose the ball there.
And Lennon gets the layup.
So Lennon's 2 from 2, I believe.
Yep.
And a couple of foul shots as well. So it's a good start there. That's just.
And then Downey with another 2.
Yeah, you just gotta. It's really hard. Like Lennon normally plays as a big in juniors, so he's not used to defending such a quick, young, explosive guard as Downey. So he sort of had him cross-footed there for a bit.
And that's the hard part sometimes, trying to adjust your position as a player in a different team where you're not the biggest and the tallest.
Yeah, and he wouldn't generally he'd be on a tall as under 16.
Yes.
He's a tall, that's just, like he wouldn't have played as a guard or anything like that, so, or had to defend a guard very often. A lot of time in the key there.
Yes, French for 3, yes.
Nice. Good teamwork again. Just to see how old number 24 is, that French. It can't be very old at all.
No, he's only a youngster.
Ooh, a lot of contact
Boucher
there.
and drew the foul, goes to the line for 2.
Yeah, I wonder how old he is, but he's obviously going to have a good career, in the NWBU with Burnie, and he seems to. He's got a good basketball mind, from what I've seen today, as his brothers do as well. But I just really like the way that Burnie pass the ball and they work as a team. There's no I in the team, it's just they've all got confidence within themselves and each other.
They do, and it's So this is no dig at the south, but the northwest just seem to have this different breed of taking in the sports and whatnot up there, Glenn.
At most clubs up there, they do get behind.
They do.
It's just a different culture, but
It is.
you get your top clubs down here that'll beat
absolutely.
most of them from up there. There'll be, Penguin are tough, but Penguin have got also. People got to realise this 1, 2.
Simpson knocks down to 2.
They've got an American import in their team who's been loyal and done a fantastic job for Penguin for umpteen years in Zach White. Then they've got Jacob Richards, who's from Hobart. Then they've got Ambrose Augusta, or however you say his last name, Augusta,
yes.
who's from Hobart. So they've got 3.
It's French.
Oh, nice one. And foul.
Bit of body contact.
So Penguin, they've got three guys that aren't from Penguin as such. Then Mason Bragg plays for Smithton in the NWBU last year. So that's 4 players that they've got that are out of region, but their locals are tough. It's just a strong club, and they. The good thing is that their imports is such a local Tasmanian. Jacob Richards they've pursued. They've helped develop Jacob's game by grabbing him as a junior and then putting him through, which is fantastic to see. Mal Beveridge just seems to be one of those coaches that gets the best out of his players. So, but each club, each region up there, it is a fantastic. Ooh.
And then Walker got himself stuck. Good heads-up play there by French to knock it off Walker's leg.
Yeah, it is great up there, and they play against each other each week, and they've got. Before COVID, they've got at least one American import, sometimes 2 in each team, or they've got an NBL 1 star or Siebel star, whatever it is. So the locals are going to get better because of the competition. They get press every week. It's the same old. They get such a good write-up.
Oh, nice. Oh, good rejection by Ferguson though over. Johnson there is back on the court.
Another example as well is even today's paper, I think it's today and yesterday, I don't know if there was anything in the Hobart Mercury about the first weekend of statewide league being in Hobart, but
I don't think there was, Glenn, to be honest with you.
The Examiner and the Advocate.
Yes.
Like in the Launceston paper, there was 3 different stories about basketball today. There was the Tassie Jack Jumpers, there was the Launceston women's team, and then there was a bit about the State League. So, they support their basketball a lot more.
Out there for Downey.
And their crowds, obviously, get there as well. There's some talented basketballers down here. Gosh, Hobart's one of the premier NBL 1 Siebel teams for the last however many years, national champions. And, and there's some great players that play local, but it's not held, I don't know. I think the development, I don't know what it is, but, it'd be good to get basketball in Hobart, especially junior-wise, back to where it used to be when I come through, when Hobart was a number 1, or it was a number 1 team, or it was, you got the top 3 or 4 teams in the state of each age group within 10 points of each other. It seems to be few and far between now, which is a pity, but...
Howlett short on that one. Second attempt, can't go. Third time, has to kick it out.
Bit of a travel
Nearly
there.
travelled in the process. Ferguson missed everything. Now the ball quickly up the floor here is Simpson. And he'll get another 2 to go. Now the margin out to 20. As this margin starting to blow back out again as we've been chatting a little bit here, Glenn.
Yeah, and I've noticed that. And that's what I was saying, that's why statewide league's so good, because it allows people to measure where they're at as a club. And we know it's the end of the year, and nice shot there from
Jordan Walker.
So only a 2.
Yep, must put on the line. Here's Johnson.
Oh, and there was a local. So in the Examiner, just today, for example, there was a local competition. There was a write-up about that. There was a write-up about the Launceston Tornadoes. There was a write-up about the Jack Jumpers, and then there was another write-up about the State League. So, that's support. That's great support for basketball. That's probably why different regions get more crowds and to games, and probably what Hobart seniors do, for instance.
Ball goes out of play, and substitutions being made. As Charlie Lennon will come back in for Jack Howlett. Just on 3 minutes remaining here in this last quarter of our final game of the night here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. And Lennon lost a handle there. So ball up the floor here through Johnson, who slows this one down. Now back to Downey. Simpson. Yeah, here's Johnson with it. Now, and nice drive there by Johnson.
I don't know. He's still waiting to cramp up again, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Ferguson goes up and foul. Johnson late on the play on that one.
Clear block. Easy call. Oh, he called an arms foul. I thought it was just a block. But it was a foul either way.
Yes, so Will Ferguson at line for 2.
Definitely rushed that foul shot. So 22 points, Burnie certainly looked good today. It's going to be a good competition come finals weekend. Obviously, there's we saw some quality games today. Had some quality teams. We saw Glenorchy Spartans have a pretty easy win in their game, and they really didn't get over second gear. So
LU play. Johnson to Walker to Boucher.
Yeah, so it'll be good to see. I'm not sure who plays tomorrow, but it'll be good to see. The Launceston. We didn't see Launceston on this court.
No, first game of the day against Southern Wolves, Glenn.
Yeah, so how did that eventuate?
They were good early, but then Southern Wolves were able to dictate the next 2 quarters and able to run away convincing winners in the end. Launceston with a young group.
Oh, okay.
So
Ulverston down here?
Ulverston, unfortunately, didn't get a gig on the show court here, so we won't be seeing Ulverston this weekend, unfortunately, Glenn. So, pity, because we would have loved to have him on the show court here as Walker goes for 3, and, well, that's a 2, as a matter of fact. But, yeah, some Wolves were very good today first up, especially with that big fella.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the German, the dunk master.
Yes.
As they said.
Yes.
Get it up high.
Oh. And then Lennon puts the 2 in. So, ball quickly up the floor here as we're just on the remaining minute as French goes with a few crossover moves. Simpson for 3, just not there. So French to restart. Nice set screens here for Downey, who's open for 3.
Yeah, and then, there was the Examiner pumped like 4 stories up.
Yes.
About basketball on the weekend, and at the Advocate also, I believe.
Yeah, the Advocate always do a good job with local sport.
Good defence, great defence, and nice pass.
Yep. Up the floor here for French, and that 2 goes.
Good finish. And I'm sure the Jack Jumpers and the Chargers, they get good press, but it's just good to see the local stuff. We'll support the locals as much as we can.
Boucher knocks down the 3.
But yeah, I have no answer as to why if one area is stronger than the other these days.
No.
Because I grew up in a different era.
That's right. Remaining seconds here, by the way, too.
No score.
And that will do it. Final scores here are 99-79. Burnie running out 20-point winners.
Well, that was just a game where it started pretty well in Burnie's favour, and unfortunately Hobart just didn't have the firepower to really have any fight back at them. They tried, they did well early on, but look, Callum Boucher had a pretty good game. Corey Davey early on did a good job as well, but they've got some old players, and then they've got young. Yeah, they've got a lot of young players, so they're blooding the youngsters at the moment, and it was a good way. They all got lots of minutes tonight, so I'm sure for the Hobart Phoenix club, they got a lot more out of that than what the scoreboard would indicate. And Burnie were, 2 games they played, great teamwork all day, and they didn't just rely on their 2 veterans. Everyone contributed, and they all got, whether it was scoring, whatever way they played well. I thought the referees today let all the games run nice and freely, and which was good to see. So there was, as I said, I think we only saw probably one tech, and that was just a bit of a frustration tech, and probably wasn't much in it. There was no big deal after it, so it was good to see the games played in great spirit. Is where I was sort of going with that one, on this court anyway. And we saw some high quality games, and some stars of the future, and some it's good to see some of the old guys still having a crack and doing all right and holding their own, but also some of the stars of the future. We're going to see these guys for many more years, and hopefully in a NBL1 team somewhere, if they're not already in them. Or, there might be a couple of kids that might get a chance to represent Australia down the track. So, it's good to see the locals down here, and great to see the crowd as well, Ronnie. So that was good. I thought the crowd down here was excellent, and maybe if people knew about it, if there was a bit of press and Hobart paper, we might have got some more people. But the quality was good. There was only a couple of blowouts, but yeah. So, and same as you, I'm not sure what you thought of today, but I know you did lots more games than me. But it was a pretty entertaining day of basketball from my perspective, and it's good to see some of the talented players getting the opportunity to showcase their skills in front of probably a couple hundred people we had as well, so that was cool.
Certainly been a long day, it has been for sure, Glenn, and but a good 6 games of basketball we've covered today, and certainly great to see some new faces, some familiar faces, and no doubt we'll back it up again tomorrow. We have women's games on tomorrow, Sunday, and of course we kick it off from 11 o'clock. And of course you'll see all these games as we're just filming these. We're not live streaming, unfortunately, but we will rectify that as we go along. But you will see all these games up on the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. That will pretty much wrap us up here. Just repeating the final scores here in our final game of the day. It was the Burnie Tigers 99 defeating the Hobart Phoenix 79. On behalf of Glenn Fairfield, I'm Roy Riggs. We'll see you again soon.